There's a funny thing about getting older. Some people seem to think that once you hit 60, your sense of style should just fade away into the background. Like you're supposed to trade in your favorite outfits for shapeless sweaters and elastic waistbands. But let me ask you this, who made that rule? And more importantly, why should we follow it? The truth is, style has no expiration date. In fact, the years after 60 can be some of the most liberating when it comes to fashion. You've earned the right to wear what makes you feel good, not what some trend or outdated expectation tells you to wear. But here's the key, the best style at this age isn't about chasing youth or trying too hard. It's about looking effortlessly you, polished, confident, and completely at ease. So, how do you stay stylish without looking like you're trying to relive your 30s? Well, that's exactly what we're going to talk about today. We'll go over some simple, timeless principles that will help you look and feel your best without overcomplicating things. Because let's face it, fashion should be fun, not stressful. First, let's talk about fit. Now, this might sound obvious, but you'd be surprised how many people overlook it. As we age, our bodies change, and that's perfectly normal. But that doesn't mean you have to hide in baggy clothes. In fact, the right fit can make you look more vibrant, not less. Think of a well-tailored blazer or a pair of trousers that skim your shape without clinging too tightly. The goal isn't to squeeze into something too young or trendy, it's to choose pieces that flatter your silhouette. And here's a little secret, tailoring is your best friend. Maybe you've held onto a favorite jacket or dress that doesn't quite sit right anymore. Instead of tossing it, consider taking it to a tailor. A few small adjustments can make an old favorite look like it was made for you all over again. It's one of those small details that makes a world of difference. Now, let's talk about color. Some people think that after a certain age, you should stick to neutrals, beiges, grays, maybe a navy if you're feeling adventurous. But why? Color is one of the easiest ways to express yourself, and it can do wonders for your energy. That doesn't mean you have to dress in head-to-toe neon, unless you want to, of course. Instead, think about adding pops of color in ways that feel natural. A bright scarf, a bold pair of glasses, or even a vibrant handbag can lift your entire look and your mood. And here's something to keep in mind, not every color has to be loud to make an impact. Rich jewel tones, deep emeralds, sapphire blues, even a soft mauve, can look incredibly elegant and modern. The trick is to choose shades that complement your skin tone and make you feel radiant. Now, before we move on, let's touch on fabric. This is where comfort and style really come together. As we get older, we tend to prioritize how something feels just as much as how it looks, and that's a good thing. But that doesn't mean sacrificing style for comfort. Look for fabrics that drape well and breathe, like cotton blends, lightweight wools, or even linen. These materials move with you, resist wrinkling, well, most of the time, and still look polished. So, we've covered fit, color, and fabric, 3 simple but powerful ways to elevate your style without overdoing it. But there's more to it, and that's exactly what we'll dive into next. Because staying stylish after 60 isn't about following rules, it's about embracing what makes you feel confident. And trust me, when you feel good in what you're wearing, it shows. So, let's keep going, shall we? Because the best part about style at this age? You get to make it your own. One of the best things about style after 60 is that you've likely figured out what works for you and what doesn't. You're not chasing every fleeting trend anymore, and that's a good thing. Instead, you can focus on building a wardrobe that feels authentic, comfortable, and yes, still full of personality. Because looking great isn't about dressing like someone else, it's about highlighting the best version of you. So, let's pick up where we left off. We talked about fit, color, and fabric. Those are your foundations. Now, let's talk about accessories. If there's one thing that can instantly elevate your look without much effort, it's the right accessories. Think of them like the finishing touches on a painting. They pull everything together. Now, I'm not saying you need to pile on jewelry or carry a dozen handbags. In fact, the opposite is true. A few well-chosen pieces can make all the difference. A classic watch, a silk scarf, or a statement necklace can add sophistication without overwhelming your outfit. And here's a little trick. If you're wearing something simple, say a solid colored blouse and trousers, a bold accessory can be the focal point. It's an easy way to look put together without trying too hard. And let's not forget about shoes. Oh, shoes can be a tricky one, can't they? Comfort becomes non-negotiable as we get older, but that doesn't mean you're stuck with orthopedic clunkers, unless, of course, that's your thing. There are so many stylish options now that don't sacrifice support. A sleek loafer, a low block heel, or even a well-made ballet flat can be both chic and easy to wear. The key is to find shoes that feel good and complement your outfits. If you're wearing pants, a pointed toe can elongate your leg. If you prefer skirts or dresses, a low heel can add just enough polish without making you wobble. Now, let's talk about layering. This is one of those style secrets that never goes out of fashion, literally. Layering isn't just practical, fluctuating body temperatures, it's also a great way to add depth to your outfits. A lightweight cardigan over a blouse, a tailored jacket with a scarf, or even a vest over a long-sleeve tee can make an outfit look more intentional. And the best part? You can adjust layers throughout the day as needed. But here's the thing, when it comes to layering, balance is key. You don't want to overwhelm your frame with too many bulky pieces. Instead, think about mixing textures and lengths. For example, a fitted blazer over a flowy top keeps things structured but soft. Or a long, open cardigan with a slim-fitting turtleneck creates a sleek silhouette. It's all about playing with proportions in a way that feels natural. And while we're on the subject of proportions, let's talk about prints and patterns. Some people shy away from prints after a certain age, thinking they're too much. But that's not true at all. The trick is choosing prints that flatter without overpowering. Smaller, subtle patterns, like pinstripes, delicate florals, or geometric designs, can add interest without being loud. And if you love a bold print, go for it. Just balance it with solid colors elsewhere. A printed blouse with neutral pants, or a patterned scarf with a simple dress, keeps the look stylish but not chaotic. Now, I want to pause for a second and remind you of something important. Confidence is your best accessory. No matter what you're wearing, if you feel good in it, that energy shines through. Ever seen someone walk into a room with their head held high, wearing something they clearly love? That's the magic we're after. It's not about perfection, it's about owning your style with ease. So, we've covered accessories, shoes, layering, and prints, all pieces of the puzzle that help you look polished without overthinking it. But there's still more to explore, especially when it comes to adapting trends. Yes, you can wear them at any age, and building a wardrobe that works for your lifestyle. And that's exactly where we'll go next. Because staying stylish after 60 isn't about dressing like you're 20 or 80, it's about dressing like you, just with a little extra flair. So, let's keep going. Your most confident look might be just around the corner. You know, there's a quiet kind of power that comes with dressing well at this stage of life. It's not about turning heads or stopping traffic, it's about walking into a room and feeling completely at home in your own skin. That's the magic of timeless style. And the best part? It doesn't require a closet full of new clothes or following strict fashion rules. It's about making what you already own work harder for you while adding just a few thoughtful touches here and there. Now, let's talk about something that might surprise you: trends. Yes, trends. Some people think that after 60, you should ignore them completely. But why? The secret isn't to avoid trends, it's to adapt them. Think of trends like spices in a recipe. You don't want to overwhelm the dish, but a light sprinkle can bring everything to life. For example, if animal prints are having a moment, you don't need head-to-toe leopard. Instead, try a printed scarf tied to your handbag or a pair of sleek leopard print loafers. It's just enough to feel current without looking like you're trying to be someone you're not. Or if wide-leg pants are back in style, look for a pair in a classic fabric like wool or cotton, something that feels like you, just with a contemporary twist. The key is to take the essence of the trend and make it work for your personal style. Now, let's talk about wardrobe essentials. These are the pieces that do the heavy lifting in your closet, the ones you can mix and match effortlessly. And here's the beautiful thing, you probably already own most of them. A well-fitting pair of dark jeans, a crisp white blouse, a tailored blazer, a little black dress, or a navy one, if that's more your speed, these are the building blocks of a stylish wardrobe at any age. But here's where it gets interesting. The way you wear these basics is what makes them feel fresh. Try rolling up the sleeves of that blazer for a more relaxed vibe, or knotting your white blouse at the waist to give it some shape. Small tweaks like these keep your look feeling modern without requiring a shopping spree. And if you do want to add something new, focus on quality over quantity. One beautiful cashmere sweater or a perfectly cut coat will serve you far better than a dozen cheap impulse buys. Speaking of quality, let's take a moment to talk about grooming. Because no matter how stylish your clothes are, great grooming is what ties everything together. Now, I'm not suggesting you need a 10-step skincare routine or weekly salon visits, unless that's what you enjoy. But a few simple habits can make a world of difference. Keeping your hair well trimmed and in a flattering style, maintaining neat nails, even if you just buff them at home, and wearing a touch of lip color if that makes you feel polished, these details elevate your entire look. And here's something we don't talk about enough: posture. Standing tall does more for your appearance than any outfit ever could. It makes clothes hang better, gives you an air of confidence, and honestly, it just makes you feel more vibrant. If you've gotten into the habit of slouching, and let's face it, many of us have, try this simple trick. Imagine a string gently pulling the crown of your head toward the ceiling. Shoulders back, chin level, suddenly, even your most comfortable sweater looks more intentional. Now, before we wrap up, let's talk about the most important thing: joy. Because at the end of the day, style should be fun. It should make you smile when you catch your reflection. If you've been wearing the same things out of habit rather than happiness, maybe it's time to rediscover what makes you light up. Maybe it's that pop of red you've been avoiding because it feels too much. Maybe it's finally trying those earrings you've admired but thought were too young. Here's the truth: there's no such thing as too young or too old when it comes to what makes you feel good. So as we finish up, remember this: great style after 60 isn't about following rules, it's about rewriting them to suit you. It's about taking all the wisdom and experience you've gathered over the years and letting it shine through in how you present yourself to the world. You've earned the right to wear what makes you feel confident, comfortable, and completely yourself. I'd love to hear from you. What's your go-to outfit that makes you feel fantastic? Share your thoughts in the comments below. And if you found this helpful, don't forget to like this video and subscribe for more content to help you look and feel your best at every age. Remember, style isn't about age, it's about attitude. Here's to looking as vibrant on the outside as you feel on the inside.